Hey, this is David Perdue from MyNAMS.com and the Novice to Advanced Marketing System, and this is another episode of the MyNAMS Insiders that we are featuring. We are talking to some individual insiders who have been insiders for a while. Sometimes they have been advanced students, sometimes they've been beginner students. But in all cases, our students in the insiders group are always making progress, and we wanted to highlight some of those this week, particularly because we have this Bring a Buddy promotion going on. And so what we've been doing is talking to individuals about their businesses and what their businesses are and how the Insiders Group has been helping their businesses some. So today I have Nancy Davies with us, and Nancy has a business called Be the Ringmaster. Welcome, Nancy.
Well, thank you, David. I'm glad to be here.
Tell us what Be the Ringmaster is and where it is.
Okay, well, Be the Ringmaster at betheringmaster.com.
Hold that up a little higher.
Oh, there we go. How's that?
Good, good. Be the Ringmaster.
Yep, going low tech here.
Excellent.
Is all about taking control of your life and directing it to your satisfaction, much like a ringmaster directs a circus. The circus, we're using it as a metaphor for life, because who hasn't heard that, oh, my life is a circus, or felt that way with all the chaos and juggling of everything that you have to do. So it's just a metaphor. It's an inspirational, motivational site to come and take the lessons that I've learned. I'm first generation circus, and so really? All the things that I've done and know that really can help people move forward.
Now, what do you mean first generation circus? Explain that.
Well, I fell in love with the circus when I was 19 years old and worked at an amusement park where I was hired for the summer to be this, what we call the circus barker, though it's actually called a spieler. But as the barker, and I called people into the tent, and I got to know everybody on the show, and I fell in love with it and found out they truly are the hardest working people in show business. And it became a lifelong passion. I was able to pursue some of those interests. I actually was a ringmaster. I'd go visit friends, and they'd put me in a costume, and I'd end up in the ring, or I learned how to ride elephants. And then I worked behind the scenes as a publicist for Ringling Brothers. I was a company manager for the Big Apple Circus and a production manager for Ringling Brothers as well.
Very nice. That's a nice experience. Not a lot of people have that. So just as an aside, when my wife and I go on vacation, which we're going on into this week, in fact, when you're seeing this, we're on vacation, we go to Venice, Florida, which used to be the home of Ringling Brothers. So.
Yes, it was their winter quarters. Oh, I'm very jealous.
Yeah,
I've just ridden through it before. I've never stopped.
Yeah, it's very nice. We love it there. They even have a trapeze school there, so it's very cool.
Are you going to do that?
No, I've never been that brave. Sorry.
You need to be the ringmaster, David. Be a ringmaster.
Well, I'd rather go fishing. Thank you.
Okay. That's good, too.
So tell me, being the ringmaster, is this kind of like a life coaching site, or is it a motivational site?
I would say a little bit of both, but probably more a little bit of life coaching, and I don't pretend to have any type of certification. This is life experience. It's taking what really we've all heard, we all know, but packaging it in a different way, because sometimes when you hear something differently, that's when something will resonate and maybe you'll make some changes in your life. So cool. I hope people will come and be entertained and maybe go, oh, yeah.
Good, good. Well, now I noticed that there are a couple of mugs on a shelf behind your chair.
Why, yes, there are.
Those seem to be NAMS Insiders mugs.
That they are.
How you got them?
Well, I joined up in February when I was at NAMS. You actually helped me sign up because I'd clicked on the wrong thing or something, and you were standing right there, and I said, help. And so I kind of missed that challenge, unfortunately, because I joined in the middle of the month. Sure. But in March, I said, I'm doing this, even though I did not have a business yet, I did not have a website, I'm doing it, and I started out kind of gangbusters. I got the first 2 mugs, those first 2 months I was fully in NAMS, and then, as happens, life gets in the way, things kind of get caught up. I tried, I didn't I didn't complete anything. It was a little overwhelming, but I didn't mind. I thought, that's okay. This is all a process. And when I finally got my website up, that is so empowering to finally be moving along that I was able to do the August challenge and complete that. So there will be a third one as soon as that arrives in the mail.
That's correct.
Hopefully I'm on track to get this month's challenge mug as well.
Yeah, and this month is simple product creation. Next month is traffic generation. So, one of the things that we've done is focus on 12 rotating challenges that we try to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to get them each month for the entire year. Now, we're one of the very few training companies out there, and by the way, our tagline is Team Training and Tools. I'm going to ask you about the team in a second and the training. But we have a lot of tools that we provide people to, especially insiders. Insiders always either get a really reduced rate or sometimes free. They get the tools that we use in the MyNAMS group as well that we produce, by the way. We produce a lot of plugins too. But the thing about the Insiders Group is it's one of the very few training organizations that focus on implementation first. So that's the reason we have these challenges, is so that people can come into a challenge and do a daily step. And we are changing these challenges over and over, or improving them all the time, as we do with what's called our 6 steps to implementing big ideas. One of those steps is get feedback and improve, and we do that all the time. And one of the improvements we're just now incorporating is that we are using, what do we call it, the daily video steps, so that you'll have a daily instruction in all of the Insiders challenges, and that started this month, and I've already got them done for next month, and it's continuing on through that way. So it's going to be very easy for people to do just a little bit every day.
And I really appreciate that. I really, really like that. And if you're an overachiever, you can look ahead and even move ahead further than other people are. I'm now a couple of days behind. No, but that's all right. I'll catch up, because it's by doing it that way, it's not so overwhelming. Because if you don't get started, suddenly you feel like, oh my gosh, the whole month is lost, and it really isn't.
So what have you learned for your business through the MyNAMS Insiders Group?
Everything to date.
Everything to date. Good.
Pretty much. Well, I knew some things because I was a MyNAMS member, I think, for 2 years, maybe, by the time I went to the NAMS conference in February, which I wanted to go to another time. I never was able to make it. And so I already had some background and basis watching and learning and the tools on the site. And then at the conference, which is just amazing, and everyone should always go to that. So I am going in March this next year, and I'm so excited to go back. But I'm sitting through all of these sessions and meeting people, and I hear about the Insiders Club, and I thought, this isn't for me. I don't even have a website up. I don't have a business yet. In fact, I changed my business name while I was at NAMS. I'm telling people it's one thing, and then when I left there, people liked it, and then when I left there, I realized what I'm doing doesn't resonate with the name I have. It didn't quite fit, and then I came up with Be the Ringmaster. Still the circus theme, still the same concept, just a different name. And I figured it out there, and I said, I'm joining the Insiders because this is going to stretch me, and it's going to help move me forward, and I'm so glad I joined.
Well, I'm glad, because the Insiders Group is not so much about, well, it's the same as the rest of our organization, which is, it's based on the 100 through the 400 series. So the people who are in the 100 groups or the 400 group always try to find something that our challenges help them move their positions forward. So if you don't have a website yet and you're building content already, that's okay. We tell you you can still make money without a website. We just teach you how to do that, right? So that's the focus that we try to, we always try to focus on making the money part. That's the key to having a business, right?
Exactly. Otherwise, it's just fun. It's not business, it's just fun.
So we talk about the team a little bit. We've talked about the training some. So tell me a little bit more about the team, what the team has done for you, and who is your team in the Insiders Group?
Oh, I would say everybody who participates is my team. And I kind of see there aren't as many people participating in the private Facebook group as I know that we have members, and that's a shame because I think they're missing out. And I'm not one of the people who posts every day at all, but I'm there. and I'm listening and I'm reading and I'm commenting here and there, and some of the people in group are always there as a cheerleader. I know that on some other videos, Wendy has been mentioned. She is certainly kind of the ringleader.
Yeah. Yep.
Or ringmaster of the group.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
Helping move us along. And I just called out on our group the other day a member, Ellen, who has been so supportive. I met her at NAMS, and she called me afterwards, as you know, she was networking and we had met. And at the time, and still kind of, I didn't have anything. I didn't have a business yet, so there wasn't a partnership opportunity. But she was so nice and offered information, and now and then through the group, she's been, as my website has started, my business has started, she's been supportive. She's commenting on posts. She subscribed. I made a mistake in my newsletter that went out. She told me immediately, and I went, okay, and sent that correction out. Just that kind of support, whether it's helping and encouraging you along from that moment, or if you just say, as I did one day, hey, I have a subscriber. I'm so excited. And then lots of people jumped in and said, that's where everybody starts.
Right. So
they all celebrated with me.
I want to say one thing about participation, because this irks me, by the way. It's a pet peeve of mine.
I've opened a can of worms.
It's because we probably have 20-25% of our members who are participating in some way in the Insiders group, in the Facebook group. The Facebook group is a private Facebook group, and it's the most supportive and the most educational thing that we have going on online, I think, and it is where people can really get a lot of good information and get it quickly. Our instructors hang out in the Facebook group. Our instructors participate in there, so you can actually rub elbows with those folks. Last month in the Content Challenge, Jeff Herring was in there every day answering questions, and this month
he was, and commenting and.
Yeah, and this month you got Kevin Riley, and we're going to have some other people in there. Tony Laddick's going to be in there helping with the product creation this month as well. Next month we have Traffic Generation. Ross Goldberg and Greg Caesar are going to be in there as the instructors. And but it is the 80-20 rule. 20% of the people that we have are going to be the action takers. That's the way it is. That's the way of the world. I just don't know what to do about that other than celebrate the people who do take action like yourself. So that's what we're doing here. Then there's going to be 50 or 60% of the people who just watch. You know, they just watch. They don't really get involved. They just watch.
They're the audience.
And then they get comfortable, and all of a sudden they jump in. I just talked to David Bear a little bit earlier today, and David is somebody who watched for about a year and then jumped in and took off. Oh. And that happens, and that's okay too. People have to do this at their own pace.
Right.
But you do not make the progress that we want you to make unless you're participating and doing the challenges every month. And that's the reason we have them set up that way. And that's also why we have our 12 consecutive monthly challenge winners who will get lifetime Insiders Club membership. And I know that's what you're shooting for, Nancy.
I am. I had to start all over again in August, but I'm going to go for it. I want it because it would be awesome to be able just to continue this for a lifetime.
Sure.
From the support, and as you say, the instructors are involved. We have people who are highly successful at that are in the group and who participate and encourage and offer information.
Right.
And so there's an example where they don't really need to be there in terms of their business, but boy, they're there and contributing so much.
That's
and I think they do learn from other people as well.
Of course they do. That's what Jeff just told me last month. He enjoyed it so much because he learned so much. Well, we all do. We learn so much by teaching, right? So. Nancy, thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And don't forget, BeTheRingmaster.com.
Good job. Good job. All right, talk to you soon.
Bye-bye. Thanks, David.